Thank you LEGO for sending this set for review. The LEGO Ideas The Cullen House is finally here, and I believe this is exactly what the fans of the Twilight saga have ever wanted. Almost. And another perfect example, like BTS, that not all LEGO sets are meant to be for everyone, especially the already established LEGO fans, but more on that later on. Judge all you want, I've read the books and watched the movies back in the day, so I have a lot of words for this one. First and foremost, minifigure selection is kinda perfect when it comes to the characters featured, that is, 7 in total, with Bella starting this highlight with very unimpressive clothes and dual face expressions, very much like her movie counterpart. Edward of course is also here, with the most notably aspect of his being the sparkly secondary face you get to properly enjoy under some light, just not sunlight, cause I don't do that to LEGO. Jacob has some very smug face prints and has a shorter hairstyle piece for you to pick and choose your favorite. Bella's father Charlie with his iconic flannel shirt, and for the remaining Cullen family members, Carlisle, Alice and Rosalie, impeccable outfits and secondary face prints with their, spoiler alert, yellow vampire eyes. All leg elements have no prints, which is a bit of a shame, but understandable for budgeting concerns. I do however find that the lack of Esme, Emmett and Jasper, the last 3 Cullen family members, to be the biggest downside of this set when it comes to the minifigures. It is highly unlikely that we will ever get to see another LEGO Twilight set, and so an extra effort should have been made by LEGO to include those 3 characters, instead of the brick-built werewolf or Bella's old truck, I think. Jacob's LEGO wolf form is nothing out of this world, and while I'm fine with most of the body and limbs and the way they can be posed, the head however doesn't really do it for me. It is a bit too wide to accommodate the printed elements of the eyes compared to the disproportionately thin nose section. I don't know, there's just something off about it. As for Bella's Chevy pickup truck, I have no real issues with it. The build was actually quite nice, especially the sideways building techniques of the hood. And it will fit with most LEGO City displays if you'd like to include it there, thanks to the 6 studs wide scale. It is an iconic vehicle of the series alongside Edward's Volvos, but again, I and Twilight fans I think would probably have preferred the missing Cullen minifigures instead any day of the week. When it comes to the house, it will come down to personal taste of course, but if you're into minimal and modern styled houses like myself, you'll have to agree that this is one of the best looking houses LEGO has ever done, period. At least when it comes to the outside. Let's assume for a moment you couldn't care less about Twilight. You still have to admit that this thing is gorgeous, right? Buy this set, sell the werewolf, minifigures and Chevy if you're feeling like it to get some of your money back, and you'll have the best looking house on your LEGO displays with this set. I've seen people complaining about the color choices for the first floor, but looking back at the movies and the real life building that inspired this, I'd say it's spot on, so I'm not too sure what people are going on about. The glass sections look amazing, that slightly angled portion of the first floor was great to put together, the ground floor integrated with the surrounding nature elements, and those horizontal balcony wood railings are building techniques I'd like to steal for home designs of my own. The backside of the house could be seen as plain, yet I feel it fits the overall aesthetic, so I'm not complaining either. For non-Twilight fans, this door in the second floor will look incredibly odd, but it's the place where Edward jumps off with Bella on his back, a scene that can be replicated in LEGO form due to the extra neck piece included, allowing you to display the minifigures just like that, holding on to dear life in this pine tree. There's obviously an interior here, and we can check it starting from above by removing these 2 roof sections which have spotlights underneath that I found to be a cool little detail. And while there wasn't room to include all of the rooms as seen in the movies, deliberate choices were made to include some of the most significant ones in the LEGO set, including Edward's room with no bed, as vampires don't sleep of course, with a record player and this collection of music including Debussy's Clair de Lune, a cool Easter egg referencing a particular scene of this saga. And for those who know, a lot of references can be found inside, which will be an awesome hunt for those who appreciate it, like the collection of graduation caps on the wall. There's a bathroom on the corner there, and that about sums up this floor. Underneath, there's the hardly ever used Cullen kitchen with some simple yet cool cool details all around, including a soon-to-be trashed salad bowl, and over here a living room with some baseball-related references on the corner there. The ground floor is once again incredibly simple as well, with a seemingly lost chessboard in the corner and a grand piano on the garage. I'll be the first to admit that this is kinda strange, but the garage is seen like once in all 5 movies, and while the grand piano not a whole lot more, Edward playing for Bella is a somewhat important, iconic, and even romantic point of this saga that should definitely be highlighted for the fans. The bookshelf on the opposite side of the garage door is kinda cool though, and so is the angled entrance door. Now, another downside of the product lies on its price. A 2000 piece Lego model should be priced at $200, yet the Cullen House retails for $220, which for a set not packing a whole lot of exclusive prints or parts, and 7 relatively simple minifigures can only be attributed to IP partner fees most likely. But this is the Lego fan in me speaking. Twilight fans who haven't touched Lego in years don't really have this understanding of price per piece ratios, and so couldn't really care less about pricing, I think. I personally like the set, not because it's an incredible build or anything like that, but because it gives Lego fans a modern house like no other Lego has ever done before, and because it gives Twilight fans a Lego product tailor-made specifically for them. 13 years after the release of the last movie, I'm just not too sure if this was done a little bit too late, but time and sales numbers will tell us all soon enough. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one.